8-minute review of the MSC Seaside.
MSC is somewhat new to the US market, so a lot of you guys are questioning, should I take that trip? Are their cruises, worth it, or how do they compare? We won't go into the logistics of everything, but today, just a quick review to help you on your decision. Okay, so first thing I'm going to cover, and normally I would say the good stuff to the last, but I feel like this is such an important part and why many of you may be thinking about taking this cruise line trip, MSC Seaside, is that it is a great value. And whether this is like introductory pricing because they're new to the market, or it's just having one that's a European-based brand over in U.S. territory, it is a great value, and it's still even a few years into the market, showing that it's holding phenomenal prices for cruises. So overall, I found that the MSC Seaside in our cruise line stay, we did a 4-day, 3-night from Port Canaveral to their private Ocean Cay Marine Reserve. So just there and back. It was a great value. We did a total of 3 family members that went and spent right under $1,000, and that was with drinks and some of those things. So that's hard to beat for a 4-day, 3-night for basically just right over $300 a person. MSC is still doing a lot of great promotions, so definitely make sure to check that out. We took advantage of one that was basically just the lowest fare, still upgraded to a balcony room, which was the Aurora, but was set in the Fantastica, so a little bit nicer rooms, a little bit bigger rooms, and did not buy into drink packages. We do drink, but we did the math, and we don't drink 5 alcoholic drinks a day. We drink 2 or 3, and so it was still cheaper for us to pay out of pocket for some of those extra cost things on ship. So overall, great value. If you're looking to try something out but not below the budget, or sometimes you worry about if things are that cheap, is it just horrible, roaches and all? And that's in Continue to Listen. That was not our experience at all. So overall, great value. So on the MSC Seaside, we felt like the rooms were adequate. Again, mentioned we stayed in a balcony room. It was a typical room as far as, yes, it's some tight spaces, but clean, functional, in good repair, meaning that it was not, worn down or didn't have any noticeable nicks or things that were just eyesores. And overall, the ship cleanliness was amazing. The only thing that I would say would get unclean at times were the elevators, and often that was on people, meaning that they didn't wash their feet, wash the sand off their feet, and so on the days coming back in from the beach, they were tracking in a lot of sand into the elevators. But you saw within a matter of hours to, sometimes up to 6 hours, and especially overnight, those things were cleaned up promptly and back to, ship shape. So overall, cleanliness was very handy. You saw in buffets and those places that you might be more concerned that they were, asking for hand washing and trying to do their best at keeping the whole facility clean. So that is always appreciated. Then going into what is the highlight of the beach experience, their Ocean Cay Marine Reserve. This is a man-made island. I think it's done beautifully. They actually just received a $100 million approval to continue to build onto it, so I think it will continue to change and expand and have other great items on it. So they do have shuttles to get you, because it can be spread out if you're trying to walk it. You can use the shuttles. The excursion tents were very easily to use. The foods could sometimes get backed up, but if you knew the layout of the land and knew where other food trucks and things were, then you could easily find something that didn't have a long line. Overall, as long as you did a little research before going and knew the layout of things, the Ocean Cay was a wonderful place. They had close beaches where you didn't have to walk too far. They had far beaches if you wanted to kind of go more private, where people weren't likely to have gone that far. And the water was beautiful, felt safe. Rentals for snorkel equipment or anything you may need. So all those things covered. Okay, for a quick little overall of just the ship, the layout was somewhat easy and friendly. And, again, I think it's a miracle that they can shove so much stuff and make it somewhat simple and attainable to get to. They do have, the MSC Seaside does have a total of 20 levels, with really 18 of them having really, I want to say from 5 to 18, having things that you might want to go to more regularly. Everything from the dining experiences to fun and water parks and pools and so forth. So easy layout. I know the elevators could get backed up at times. So sometimes it took a couple trips. So we definitely utilized stairs as much as we could on some of those things. Activities wise, I felt like they did a good balance of having enough for adults to do that also was not like a crazy scene, definitely not like a Virgin Voyages singles nightlife scene, but they always did have stuff that was appropriate and fun that you could be doing. And then for the children's activities, I will say those were a little bit shy. Most of the child activities would be if your child was in their childcare, which we did utilize and did see and feel like it was safe and a good use of our child's time on there at points. And also I saw lots of children that were begging to be left and because they were having fun there. So the children seemed to be enjoying it across the board as well. Okay, and to cover the only, I would say, lackluster experience on the MSC Seaside is me, and I hear it from a lot of other people, have just not really been happy with the evening dining options. So when you were there, you were assigned an evening, one of two evening dinner spots. That's just part of your purchase price into the cruise. There's Ipanema, and then I believe the Seashore Restaurant. And we had Ipanema. We went the first night. It was like almost like an hour and a half, 2 hour experience. Just took a while, and then the food was very lackluster. So we decided to forego and actually ended up doing the buffet and other eating options for some of our trip, just because of that, which was an option. You don't have to go to those, but that's pretty much what I've been hearing across the board as people have the experience of the evening, the one of the two complimentary dinner reservation meals are just lackluster. So who knows, maybe they'll eventually change that, but that is definitely the only thing that I felt was just a little bit short. But then they have the buffet and other options, so it's not like you're going to go hungry or not be able to find some good food. All right, everyone, that concludes the 8-minute review on the MSC Seaside. Overall, again, I will just highlight, felt like it was a great value compared to other cruise lines, with the one downfall of the dining being lackluster. But overall, how can you beat for the price paid? So definitely worth trying out, and I hope you give us a thumbs up, subscribe, comment, and feel free to pop into the link here and watch the whole walkthrough video on our channel as well.